Imitation of Life is the latest exhibition at the Southern Alberta Art Gallery, and it's running until April 17th. Crystal, the curator of the exhibition, joins us to tell us all about it. Let's talk about Imitation of Life, Crystal.
Sure. Imitation of Life is a group exhibition featuring work by 8 artists from all over Canada and the U.S. And each artist is working through definitions of what it means to be alive through their work. So sometimes those definitions take a really basic form, and in the sense of images that show bodies moving, and other times it's much more philosophical. Sometimes it's about, what it means to be a human, what it means to be alive and to need to be touched and that sort of thing.
And what was that like for you putting together these works? Were you surprised by the outcome, surprised by some of the works that came out of it?
Oh, for sure. When I initially thought of the premise for the show, it was much more rooted in a traditional sense of animation and looking at variations on cartoons or moving pictures. And as I got a chance to meet different artists and to visit them in their studios and to talk about how they define what it means to be alive, my interest started to shift, and I wanted the show to be much more about demonstrations of that aliveness as opposed to just images that are moving.
Absolutely, and I'm sure you don't have a favorite piece. I'm sure you love them all, but
I'm not allowed to have a favorite.
Exactly. And is there something though that really blew you away that you would love for people to come and check out?
Yeah, I think they're all pretty astounding works, but the work that we're standing in front of right now, a work by Scawanetti, who is an artist based in Montreal. She's a Mohawk artist. Was incredible. It was absolutely astounding, and she works in Second Life, which is a virtual environment, and she films narratives based in this Second Life environment, but also creates photographic images like the ones that we can see behind us. And what I think is really amazing about what she does is she takes historical events and she reenacts them from a different perspective, from a First Nations perspective, and I thought that voice and that way of working was just unlike anything else I'd seen.
So many great stories these pieces have. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much, Crystal, for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Not a problem. My pleasure.
That is Imitation of Life, running at the Southern Alberta Art Gallery until April 17th.